All right, what I'm going to talk about is kind of some ideas on how you can sell tickets. One thing I learned, our business that we had for 32 years is very sales driven. I had about, I don't know, through the years, 20, 25 people that wanted a job and said they could do this. Out of those 25 people, all but 2, I set a day of training, gave them the paperwork, fired them up, and I never saw them again. And the bottom line is people don't like to sell. Not all people, but even me that did it, it's not my favorite thing to do. So what I learned to do was make it as easy as possible to sell what I had. And I think that I'm gonna start passing, you can pass it around now. We're gonna do something similar that we did last year. We're gonna have 3 different things you can sell, but I'm not gonna put everybody on a team. I want everybody to be on all 3 teams and do what you can in any comfortable situation that would be on any of these teams. Just write your name down. If for some reason you think there's not an email on the website for you, which I doubt, especially among this group, include your email, but not, this will start. I have plenty of spaces. You can put your name in there 3 times and we can, but just pass that around. And then I'm going to go through some tricks of the trade and some ideas on how to sell it. The first, as Bobby said, is ticket-based. No matter how you do it, that's what they get. The sponsors go into the other clubs. Yes, sir.
So what do you mean by these teams? Club visitors?
That's one.
What does that mean?
You visit clubs.
Visiting other clubs?
Yeah,
Okay.
other Rotary
That's
clubs.
Tickets, just selling tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
And then sponsors is going out and getting sponsors.
That would be what it said, yes. So, anyway, the first one is kind of the overall selling tickets. That's kind of the main thing I do is sell tickets. And this is how I do it. I don't go out and cold call, and I don't go out and stop people on the street. I work in my comfort zone. I'm a tennis player. And there's a group of tennis players that I know, and I learn what they like to do. I've learned they like to have a good time. So when we first started this, I would go up to them and just, my entry was not, Rotary Club. I would ask the simple question, do you enjoy, going out with friends and doing something that's fun? Who's going to say no to that? Nobody. So then I segue into what the Rotary role is. I mention the good the club does, and I tell them about it. And I work within the group concept, and I think this is very important. Don't just try to sell a person a ticket. Look at your groups of people that you socialize with and and present it to them as we can do this together. We can go out as a group and enjoy this together. It's a lot of fun. The tennis players, that's what I told them. The first year, I'm guessing I sold, 15, 18 tickets that way. They loved it. So the next year they come back, we want to rent a bus to go out and do it together, which they did. Now it is, and people are people, and pardon my French, but there's a lot of people that get pissed because they can't get on the bus because it's such a fun thing to do. Mm-hmm. So it's not just looking at what your life is and the people that you know. There's room for non-drinkers because it's a great idea. Of course, they have a bus driver, but if you can get a couple carloads to go out, you have a designated driver. And as any degree, there's going to be somebody that would like to do that. Either tasting the wine's no big deal, or I'll just do a couple, but good common sense. And then some people just don't drink alcohol world. So that's perfectly, and I've had people that I've gone out with personally that don't drink, but have a great time because they're with their friends. So individual tickets, think that way, but ask yourself, is there no one I know of that I cannot tell this to? I would, and I'm not trying to be cruel, but I bet half the club last year made no effort to sell anything. They just kind of hide under the bed till it's over. And I don't mean to be mean-hearted about that, but I think you make it to the point where, come on, this is a good time. My two daughters, one lives in Portland, Oregon. My other daughter lives in Austin, which isn't that far. But they've heard all about this Rotary Roll. The one in Portland and her husband are coming down for the Rotary Roll, literally. And then Molly and her husband are gonna come over. We're gonna go out as a family and do the Rotary Roll. So you look at it not so much as, you know, that it's a hard thing. It's the easiest thing to sell I've ever sold because everybody enjoys it. It's for a good cause. And I think that make a commitment. And I'm gonna do some emailing and some talking about this, bringing it up every week, to at least make an effort. All we ask. Well, I tried, but I don't care. I'm not gonna, this isn't a business, you're not gonna get fired, I'm not gonna call you back and chew you out. I'm not gonna even ask. But I want everybody, if you're gonna be a member of this club, participate. Preach to the choir for sure, because I'm looking around the room and I don't see a single face that didn't do something last year. The next thing on the agenda, Bobby's pretty much got the sponsorships covered, but I think there's a couple of important things to do. Ask yourself, what businesses do I know, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, whatever the number might be, that they know me. They recognize me. They know I'm a good customer. In a lot of cases, they call you by name when you come in there. You can either ask them yourself, call Bobby up. A great sales tool is a name to drop. Pat knows this. If you can walk in and say, so-and-so thought I should come talk to you, and they know who so-and-so is, they're gonna be much more responsive than if you just come in there cold and they've never met you and they're tired of people trying to sell them stuff. So if you're uncomfortable asking people you know to do this, tell Bobby, he'll go do it for you. Don't feel like, oh, he's gonna think I'm a wimp or something. No, he's not. He knows it's hard, I know it's hard, but just do that. So now you've done something. And I think that's with sponsorships. As far as the going out to see the other clubs, a hallmark of Rotary for decades was going to other clubs to do makeups. It was a major part of what Rotary was. That's almost gone with the wind now. But it's a great pleasure to go out and attend other clubs and meet people. So go, and Mike can coordinate this, but I don't want Mike doing it all. If you can just go yourself to another club, that's fine. I would also encourage you, if we can't visit, I think there's some logical ones that aren't in the county that are real close to where the Rotary Roll was. One's Tomball, another is
Magnolia?
No, Magnolia's in the county.
Oh, okay.
And we went there, and we sell tickets at Magnolia. I used to go down there and do that. But Tomball's really close. They had a fundraiser 4 or 5, 6 years ago where we supported them. Mm-hmm. And just go in, but when you go do it, and I don't know how Mike does it particularly, besides just talking about what it's about and what there is to, and they know what the good Rotary does, talk to them about organizing a group of members to go out together. That's what makes it the best experience. It's an easy drive for all of them. They can do the same thing I just talked about, maybe a designated driver, but organize their own club group to go out and do it. And I think that is once it gives them the best experience, and it's a good way to approach it. I think that Tomball, I also think that Huntsville, West Sandy Creek is closer to Huntsville than it is to here. And it's an easy drive into this area in this county, so we can't get somebody to actually go out and visit, come up with a really good suggestive email and contact them, and I think I've always felt like phone calls are better than emails. Find out who you would talk to about their social stuff that they do, call that person and say, you know what would be fun for you guys to do, organize a group, you know, as big as you can, and come down here and enjoy this and do it. And I think that with that in mind, just look at these categories and say, am I capable of getting in the car and going to another club? Who cannot do that? Am I capable of suggesting to Bobby or doing it myself to go to businesses I know to ask them if they could do any number of sponsorships? And third, just people you know in your social life and you're comfortable with. See if you can organize a group, and certainly sometimes, well, you know, we just like to go out ourselves, or, and I've had this happen, I can't go, but I think Rotary's great, here's a check. All of those things you get. There's 3 results, and yes, 2 of them are bad. 1, you ask and they can't do it. 2, you don't ask and for sure they're not going to do it. And 3, they do. So the only way you're going to get the third one is in the way you're comfortable with and you have no problem doing it. Do that and do it in all 3 categories, 1 category. But the drum I'm going to bang is everybody does something. And I'll conclude with this. I've been in this club now, I think I'm coming up, I'm pretty close to 30 years. The 4th year I was in it, the club was only 5 years old. We hosted the district conference at what was then Del Lago. We had about 50 members. The rest of the district, there's no way a new club with only 50 members can do this. But we got picked over 2 other clubs. We had 50 members, and I swear on anything you want me to swear on, all 50 people, some of whom hadn't done squat, but all 50 people worked on and were part of making that district conference. That district conference to this day is the best attended district conference in the history of our district. And we were 5 years old. So I think kind of with my opening statement, I think this can be kind of a landmark, take off kind of a day for this club and get us, you know, back where we're better than, I think, not better personally, but better with members and things we can do. I think we can do this, and I think this is the same spirit you can bring to this fundraiser, you can bring to the club as a whole as we start marching down the road and trying to get things better. So, comments from everybody. Or did I just overwhelm you with mine?
I have an unusual question. How does Rotary roll? Where did the name come from? I'm just curious.
I will tell you.
Okay.
Because I came up with it.
Oh, okay.
When I was in college, I went to Southwestern, which was in Georgetown, Texas. At the time, Georgetown was dry, and we were not allowed to drink any alcohol on campus. So, with their great wisdom, our other choice was to allow us to go out, and we could either go to Round Rock, or which was a little bitty town back then, or up to Walmart, which was still a little bitty town, and buy beer there. And we'd drive around in our cars drinking beer. And they had all these old farm dirt roads that are all now subdivisions and stuff like that up there. But they were called rolling roads. In the art of what we did, do you want to go rolling? So when we came up with this idea, I remembered that, what we did to drink our beer and cruise around is we would roll, so thus the Rotary roll.
Okay, cool. Huh. I didn't know that.
Well, that probably no one else did either. But that's where it came from.
Love it.
Okay.
Pat,
Yes,
Robert, Mike, I sent you an email with
you're on top of
the
it.
sponsorship attached.
Mhm.
And as of right now, if our minimum goal is 253 books, we have sold 89 books
Yay.
as of right now. Okay, so we can do this.
So
We can do this.
how many books do we have left to sell?
If our goal is 253, I'm gonna round that to 90, subtract 90 from that, 164 books.
So we have how many active members?
32.
32.
So 164 divided by 32.
Uh-huh. Yes.
20.
No.
Right?
Can't be.
No.
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 134 divided by 62
It's
is
like
basically two
Let's
and a half
say
each.
6
two and a half
books?
each.
Exactly.
Yeah.
6 books, I think.
Exactly.
162 by, oh,
But
by
really,
32?
really, our goal,
It's
really our goal is 300.
I was close, 6
Really,
books,
our
about
goal is
6
300
books.
So we have
So we have
approximately 200.
211 books left to sell, divided
35
by,
each, so
211
four
divided
books
by
each.
30.
So give me 4 books and I'll sell them.
Okay.
next week, or excuse me, not next week, the next meeting, we're gonna have books available to you, for you, with the sponsorships that we have secured at that time, okay? Now, on the sponsorship books, we want to wait to give you your 20, if it's okay, after the second run, okay? Because so the books that we give out next meeting will be to sell.
Correct. Yeah, that's fine.
And if you sell a sponsorship, and what we will do, Craig, hopefully, is he's mentioned he's gonna be sending out some emails. We can attach the sponsorship form to your email, so every club member will get a sponsorship form. For them to, if they can sell a sponsor, great. If you can't sell a sponsor, sell some individual books.
And interesting point on that. Years ago, when we did Las Compadres,
You have to have that shirt on the dash.
Lori and I
I
went
wear
around.
mine when you don't fit me.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I got a text right. But Lori and I went around together, in other words, team up with somebody.
Uh-huh.
And it's less pressure. I can always blame her when it didn't work, you know? And it was amazing. I mean, that gives you, Lori, come on, let's go in. Come on. And we go in and Richie's, $2,500. He wrote a check, $2,500, just as we were standing there. Unbelievable.
Somebody needs to go try to sell Richie some books
Yeah.
Yeah.
this year.
You don't.
Huh? You go?
Robert.
Okay, Robert.
Where's the sign-up sheet?
It's on your,
It hasn't come up here
I
yet.
can grab it and look back.
Yeah, we need to get him back in the
Businesses,
club.
It worked well.
yeah,
We had each other to prod ourselves on.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Of course, she made me go in.
She may have went in with you, but you did all the talking because she don't like it.
She
Yeah,
didn't like
exactly.
that. Well, that's not exactly.
What else? Craig talked about this club improving, okay? One of the ways we can improve is getting back to, I thought of it a while ago when you asked the question.
Where we're not a lot of old people that can't remember.
Yeah. Where we used to hold an orientation for our new
Right.
members.
Red
Badge. The Red Badge program, where new members go through the Red Badge program, and then they know about what the Rotary role is and what these other things are that this club does and can do.
Part of that is to visit another club on that
Right.
Rotary Red Badge.
I know when I first joined, Mike and Robert, I was asking a bunch of questions too about what's steak and beans, you know, what's Rotary roll,
Exactly,
you know, there's
exactly.
little stuff
Yeah,
kind of.
exactly.
My first meeting was a Ryla meeting, and I was like,
What
what
is
is
Ryla?
going on? I'm like, who are these kids? What are they talking about? I don't understand. Mike and Robert was president at the time, so he explained it, and we sat with Mike, but for the first like 10 minutes, I was like,
Oh,
When I first joined years ago, the red badge was before my sabbatical. I had to take a sabbatical, but I learned so much.
Exactly.
And, you know, same thing. I was the deer in the headlights at the board meeting, you know, I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
But I learned so much.
Right.
So,
What's it gonna take to make that happen?
It's gonna take. It's gonna take people willing to step up and put on those kinds of programs. And it needs, but I know we're preaching to the choir here, the same old people can't be doing
That's
all the stuff. It's got to be it's got to be a united responsibility to take action to create lasting change.
There we go.
You know, that's one thing, Bobby, when you mentioned it up there, I was looking at the first sentence, because when we're trying to do membership, or as we meet people, and we talk to them about Rotary, I can remember when someone talked to me about Rotary, and I didn't know what in the heck it meant.
Right.
And it was after talking to you for a while that I got some background. So I was thinking about if we had some little card or something, because I know we don't always remember it, that tells us first, you know, we've got service riders, and those things that you mentioned as far as where our money goes, because a lot of people, before they touch their wallet, they want to know if the money's going somewhere.
Right,
that they-
and that's the very reason, Robert, I asked Charlie to send it to me, because when I go out and talk to people about what we're raising money for, well, what does the money go for? Well, you know, no, I want to be able to tell people, you're providing, your money is helping us provide back to school clothing for needy children that can't afford it.
Yeah.
Y'all fixing to get me back in the administration.
I need a flyer.
Yeah, a flyer. Or even like a little business card with a.
But you know, and I just stopped there. I just stopped
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I have
All
one of
this,
those,
this
Mike.
other stuff, integrity, advanced world understanding, that's all important too. But I just wanted to point to that right there. Service to others.
That's what we're all about.
It is. It's what we're all about.
I will say this, the two goals of money and participation go hand in hand, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, one takes care of the other one.
You bet.
You know, and I think that, we need to think, if you're in the club, you can do a little bitty bit, but you've got to do something with all the stuff like this. It's not a lunch club, it's a service club.
Right.
So, there you go.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you, Craig.
Great.
David, do you need it?